Good morning. Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. Registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema and acne, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system, the human body is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we're here for you on the Bright Side. We welcome your phone calls at 855-660-4261. Try to call early so we can get to as many calls as possible at 855-660-4261. If you have questions about the longevity products, about nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to get off your prescription medication and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. 855-660-4261 is your number on the Bright Side. Of course, if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is our number on the Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear advertised on the program, you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, and take a look at our shopping cart with all the longevity products, including the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Multivitamin Mineral Complex Powder that you add to water and drink. It's a wonderful way to get your B vitamins and vitamin C and electrolytes and fat-soluble vitamins and fruit and vegetable powders and colloidal plant-derived minerals. It's $55 a canister, and most folks will notice results like appetite suppression and lower blood pressure, just more energy, just feeling better within 1 or 2 doses. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, and ask them about joining the Brightside Ben team. You can start a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee. For a one-time $10 fee, you can have your own business. You can get your products at the wholesale price. You can enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, including writing off your home office, writing off your mileage, writing off samples and products. You can write off your qualifying kit if you give enough of it away as samples. You can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. All right. Last we spoke, we said, as we always say on the Bright Side, all disease is cell disease, and the outer coating on a cell, the cell membrane, that's the key to cell disease. So if all disease is cell disease, all cell disease is cell membrane disease, and that makes that cell membrane so important. The covering of the cell is no mere covering at all. It is the brains of a cell. It is the intelligence of a cell. It is the communication and information processing section or device of a cell. It is literally a biological computer chip. If you're an electronics kind of person, if you're an electronics engineer kind of person, if you like computer chips, if you like the computer world and you like computer jargon, you would call a cell membrane a semiconductor, a liquid crystal semiconducting information processor, and that is the coating on every one of the 100 trillion cells in the human body. The more you understand how the body is constructed, even at the cell level, the more it looks like the body is just this incredible biological computer. The connective tissue is a computing type of device. The cell membrane is a computing type of device. Certainly the brain is a computing type of device. The digestive tract is a computing type of device. Our DNA is digital information stored in this compact kind of fashion that would fill volumes and volumes and volumes and libraries and libraries and libraries if you added all of the information that is contained in the 80 billion miles of DNA that are in our body. But the cell membrane is where really the activity takes place when it comes to health and wellness, or lack thereof. The cell membrane contains little locks on it that interface with keys that we call hormones. The interaction between hormones and the locks on the cell membrane accounts for the health or the lack of health of a cell. Some hormones can penetrate through the cell membrane and then do their work inside a cell. Others stop at the outside part of the cell membrane. But either way, if the outer coating of a cell, the cell membrane, is defective, the signals that get into a cell will be defective as well. So I don't want to get into too much details. I just want you guys to be as amazed by this system as I am. And so we're going to just dive right into some of these nutritional strategies, some of the nutritional strategies that you can use if you have zits, if you have pimples, plaques, if psoriasis, little hard bumps, milia, keratoses, whatever. I just want to address the nutritional strategies for keeping the outer coating on a cell, the cell membrane, healthy to help reverse skin diseases like acne. Have you guys caught this commercial, by the way, on TV for adult acne, for a drug called Dapsone? The technical name for Dapsone, the generic name for Dapsone the drug name is called Axone, but the generic name is called Dapsone. In any case, this is a drug that's used to treat leprosy, and they want you to take it for your adult acne. They got a picture of some gal, and she's all freaked out about her adult acne. She thinks people are all staring at her zits and staring at her adult acne. So, of course, she's going to be so desperate to cure her adult acne that she's going to go to her dermatologist and get this leprosy drug. Literally, it's a leprosy drug called Dapsone to treat her adult acne. Folks, if you got adult acne, if you got childhood acne, if you got any kind of acne or any skin diseases, you don't have a prescription drug problem. And surprise, surprise, no matter what you hear on the commercials or no matter what you hear from your well-meaning, if misguided dermatologist, you cannot control your adult acne or any acne using a prescription drug. So yesterday we said that the cell membrane, this locus of disease, the point of disease in a cell, the cell membrane, it's mostly composed of fats and cholesterol, for that matter. In fact, it's mostly cholesterol, which is a type of fat. And that means for all skin diseases, whether it's acne or whether it's psoriasis or whether it's eczema, all skin diseases that show up as too much or too little keratin, that hard protein, acne, pimples, zits, psoriasis, eczema, whatever, you want to focus on fats and fat absorption. Fats and fat absorption, or really fat malabsorption first. This is the first thing to focus on when you're dealing with any skin health issue. Fats and fat malabsorption. So number one, make sure you're using digestive enzymes after all your meals. Get on the ultimate enzymes. It's not specifically for the skin, but it's specific for helping you absorb nutrients like vitamin A, which we're going to be talking about here in a little bit, and vitamin E, which we'll also be talking about here in a little bit, and, of course, essential fatty acids. It turns out that acne-prone skin has deficiencies in essential fatty acid. The liquid oils, the sebum, as it's so called, tends to be lower in omega-6 fatty acids, and this can happen either from a lack of intake or from a lack of absorption. So make sure, if you're dealing with a skin health issue, pimples or psoriasis or eczema, that you're using digestive enzymes after all your meals, especially fatty meals. Number two, get yourself on the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Get yourself on probiotics. This is one of the most important benefits that we don't really talk about a lot, about a good probiotic supplement. They improve the metabolism and the processing of dietary fats. Biolumin Nightly Essence also has digestive enzymes in it as well, which is why it's my favorite probiotic supplement. And you find out all about it at brightsideben.com. So number one, ultimate enzymes. Number two, Biolumin Nightly Essence. And hang tight, we'll talk about a few more nutritional strategies for helping improve fat malabsorption, fat absorption, and helping improve skin conditions like acne, eczema, psoriasis, keratoses, milia, whatever. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this.
Many Americans suffer from poor digestion, which can adversely affect their health.
For you guys who have digestive issues, glutathione is amazingly important for inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, stomach cancer. The glands of the stomach produce lots of glutathione. So glutathione's got multiple roles to play, and one of the best ways to upregulate, to make more glutathione, is to take the building blocks, glycine being one of the most important of the building blocks for making glutathione. Your ultimate enzymes contain something called trimethylglycine. We know it as betaine. We talk about betaine as an important ingredient for acidification, for keeping the pH of the stomach nice and low. But betaine can also help you make glutathione.
Help your body build glutathione. Order Ultimate Enzymes by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw of free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, listen carefully. Sweeping changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever eliminate their tax debts once and for all. And now, thanks to Dan Pilla, you can get the tax help you need to end your tax nightmare.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. I've helped thousands of people reduce or eliminate tax debts they couldn't pay. And after more than 30 years of experience dealing with the IRS, I can tell you there's no such thing as a hopeless tax case. With the IRS's new policies, it's easier than ever to put your tax debt behind you once and for all. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. Call 800-346-6829. Learn how I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GC.
All right, welcome back to the Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben, and we're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. If you've got questions about health, nutrition, or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on the Bright Side at 855-660-4261. Try to call early so we don't have to leave folks on hold. 855-660-4261 is our number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us recommend or advertise on the program, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can head over to brightsideben.com and pull down on our shopping cart and check out all the products there. You can also click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. Also want to encourage you to check out our blog, pharmacistben.com. Thank you to my webmaster, Robert Lundgren, who does such a great job on that. pharmacistben.com. Okay, so if you're dealing with zits, you're dealing with acne, you're dealing with psoriasis or eczema or skin issues, you don't have a prescription drug issue, and there's no prescription drugs that are going to get rid of your zits anyway. The fact of the matter is, if you got a pimple formation, you got any kind of skin problem, you got a skin cell problem, the same as if you have any health issue. So what do? Well, the skin cell is largely, the health of the skin cell is largely dependent on the coating, the outer part, the brains of a cell, the cell membrane. So focusing first and foremost on cell membrane health is key, and that means fats and fat absorption. If you're dealing with any kind of fat malabsorption issue, you're likely to have a skin problem. In fact, that's like a skin issue is diagnostic almost. It's an identifying feature almost of fat malabsorption issue. So focus on how you absorb fats. Use your ultimate enzymes after meals. Use the BioLumin Nightly Essence, 6 capsules a day, at least 3 capsules a day. Use pancreatin. I love pancreatin. Pancreatin is a pancreatic enzyme complex. You can get it at health food stores, especially if you have any kind of pancreas issue, pancreatitis or diabetes, or if you have deficiencies in stomach acid. That can affect the pancreas as well. You can get pancreatin real inexpensively, and that's another great way to deal with fat malabsorption issues. Keep in mind, if you're not absorbing fats, if you have fat malabsorption, and 30% of Americans have fat malabsorption problems, this is a key sign that you may not be absorbing your fatty vitamins, and that can have a really important impact on the formation of zits or milia, those hard little bumps that form on the skin, especially when it comes to vitamin A. Vitamin A, vitamin anabolic. That's what I call vitamin A. Anabolic means building, and vitamin A is a building vitamin. Vitamin A turns on the production of proteins, and that makes vitamin A a really important skin cell vitamin. Skin cells are making these hard proteins, and that's where you get the hard bumps, the milia, the keratoses, the pimples, and vitamin A is a key player in the production of the hardening proteins that come out of the skin cells. Keratin, specifically. All vitamins are going to play a role in building on some level, but vitamin A and its colleague, vitamin D, are directly involved in the building process via genetics. Vitamin A is an epigenetic factor. That means it's even superior to genetics. Epigenetics means it turns on genes. Doc Wallach's got a book coming out, actually probably any day now, called Epigenetics, which is all about the vitamin and nutritional supplement link to genetics, how vitamins and nutrients can actually turn genetics on. Vitamin A turns on the genetics that produce keratin, that produce protein. And if you're dealing with a fat malabsorption issue, if you've had a gallbladder removed, if you have a liver problem, remember 30% of Americans have liver problems, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. If you got a liver problem, if you have a gallbladder problem, if you have an intestinal problem, Crohn's disease, if you got a stomach acid problem, you're not making enough stomach acid, if you have a pancreas problem, you can see where we're going here. We're probably covering 80% of Americans when you add in all the potential ways you can have fat malabsorption issues. In any case, if you have a fat malabsorption problem, you're going to be deficient in fatty vitamins like vitamin A. And if you're dealing with milia and hard bumps on the skin, or acne, or psoriasis, or eczema, it's almost a guarantee that there's some kind of impairment in fat absorption. Vitamin A is particularly important for keratin production. In fact, the go-to medical treatment, the go-to dermatological treatment for excess keratin is vitamin A cream, specifically retinoic acid, also known as Retin-A. It's the one dermatological treatment, prescription medicine, that can be said to really work. Yesterday I went on a little rant on dermatology. I'm sorry about that because I have a lot of friends who are dermatologists, but it's the science, so-called science of dermatology, that's such a problem with, because if you go to a dermatologist, you're more than likely going to end up with steroid creams and antibiotics, or Dapsone, anti-leprosy medicine for your acne. Can you believe this? In fact, dermatological medicine accounts for one of the main reasons for our antibiotic resistance crisis, the fact that so many people are resistant and so many antibiotics don't work. So many bacteria are resistant to antibiotics. In my opinion, dermatological overtreatment or incorrect treatment accounts for one of the major reasons for our antibiotic resistance crisis. One of the first things we learn in pharmacy school is you never stay on an antibiotic for more than 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Bacteria adjust very quickly because they're reproducing quickly. Bacterial evolution takes place in a matter of weeks. The same kind of evolutionary process that takes millions of years in human beings can take just a matter of months in terms of bacteria. If you're on a drug, an antibiotic like tetracycline or erythromycin for long term, more than likely you know that your erythromycin or your tetracycline or antibiotic isn't working over the course of months and years. In fact, over the course of months and years, your antibiotic doesn't work anywhere near as well as it used to work. But it's still damaging the digestive tract, and it's still costing you nutrition. Nothing screams metabolic issues. Nothing screams biochemistry that's messed up more than adult acne. A lot of adult acne is nothing more than digestive issues and food intolerance. This is so tragic to me. I see adults, women especially, in their 30s and 40s, even in their 50s, and they've got these digestive conditions on their skin, and they're being treated with acne medicine or antibiotic medicine or anti-leprosy drugs, and all they really need to do is focus on their digestive health. Other forms of adult acne involve the sex hormones, estrogen and testosterone, and that always means fat malabsorption issues. In fact, in my 30 years of experience of working with the skin, it's a rare woman who has adult acne that doesn't also have fat malabsorption issues. And usually the adrenal glands are involved too. The adrenal glands are also making female hormones and male hormones. But either way, whether your adult acne is digestive or whether your adult acne is hormonal, the last thing you need is an antibiotic. What's an antibiotic going to really do? It's going to kill bacteria. But bacteria is not the problem when you have acne. We all have bacteria on our skin. We all have acne bacteria on our skin, but only a select group, a narrow sliver of the population has breakouts. That's because it's not a bacterial issue. Adult acne, all acne really, is number one a hormonal issue and number two a digestive issue at times. All right, so much more to talk about here, and I think we'll get to all this. We'll continue this discussion on acne and keratin, a hard protein keratin, tomorrow. We'll also tell you why keratin's not just a skin protein. You know, if you have digestive health issues, you also may have a keratin problem. We'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean tomorrow as we continue on the bright side. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this.
Did you know that organic sulfur can cleanse and defend your body against the poisons we're exposed to each day? Organic sulfur crystals from sulfurdefense.com help by forcing oxygen and nutrition into your cells while eliminating heavy metals, contaminants, and damaging radiation. Defend yourself and family from toxic assault with one of the most critical and essential minerals available today. Order online at sulfurdefense.com. That's sulfurdefense.com. Or call 800-593-6273.
Does advertising on the Genesis Communications radio network actually bring positive results? Let's ask
Thomas Baldrick from Freeze Dry Guy.
And do the GCN listeners let you know they heard your ad?
Customers do let us know they've heard Freeze Dry Guy ads on GCN. They seem to be very loyal listeners to GCN, and they stay with those shows, and subsequently they stay with our business too.
Looking for positive results? Contact Lee Wickenhauser at 877-996-4327, extension 107.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. Shield. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
In the U.S., 1 in every 50 homes will have a break-in this year. Burglars call it smash and grab. Police call it robbery. We call it avoidable. We are Fake TV, a simple electronic device that can fool even professional burglars. Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet and simulates the changing colors of a television. To a burglar, it looks like someone must be home watching TV, so they'll likely move on to an easier target. At only $29.95, Fake TV costs less than a month of most alarm monitoring plans and comes with free shipping. Order your Fake TV by calling 877-5-FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are G's.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben, and time to hit the phones. 855-660-4261 is our number. Let's go to Texas and welcome Philip to the bright side. What's going on, Philip?
Hi, sir. I just would like you to elaborate on, quote-unquote, the theoretical applications of dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO.
DMSO. Love that stuff, man.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff you could do with DMSO. It's I've been talking about DMSO a couple months ago when we were talking about sulfur. We spent a lot of time talking about it. Urinary tract infections, you can use it intravenously. Interstitial cystitis, which is a dramatic form of urinary tract infection. But its most important use, or its most well-known use, is as a topical pain reliever. DMSO can block pain fibers. DMSO is anti-inflammatory. You can use it to treat cuts and sprains. I've been putting on my sprained knee. I tore my medial meniscus about a month ago, and it's all swollen. I've been applying it topically right on my knee, and I can't even describe to you the kind of pain relief you get. I don't even feel pain when I use the DMSO on top of my knee. It's amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Of course, it's illegal. Of course, the FDA won't let you use it. Of course, the FDA is blackballed DMSA. Of course, the FDA says you have to go to a hardware store to get. That's where I get my DMSOs, from a hardware store, believe it or not.
That's why I said theoretical.
Yeah, well, it's not theoretical. I can tell you from personal experience, not just with my patients, but with me personally, the stuff is absolutely amazing. They tell you that you have to wait a few weeks before you get the real effects. You use it every day for a few weeks before you get effects, but I haven't. I got effects right away. I got inflammatory effects, and I got pain relieving effects. DMSO is not a cure really, more like a pain reliever, but the anti-inflammatory effects can help speed up the body's healing mechanisms. It's a free radical scavenger. It's an antioxidant. It's just tremendous stuff. It's non-toxic. You can drink it. You can inject it right in your veins. I mean, come on. Nothing says fascism more than the FDA telling you what you can use and what you can't use on your body. As far as DMSO goes, the fact that we have to get it at a health food or at a hardware store really speaks volumes about the FDA's mandate to keep you from having what you need to have in order to stay healthy. Urinary tract infections, scleroderma, autoimmune diseases, for all kinds of things. If I'm recommending anti-inflammatory medication, topical anti-inflammatories, that's the first thing I'm thinking of using. And you know what? Everybody should have, in my opinion, everybody should have some DMSO in their medicine cabinet, because you never know when you're going to need an anti-inflammatory, and then you add into its anti-inflammatory effects the fact that you can use it for burns and for cuts. It makes great first aid, and everybody, in my opinion, should be keeping it in their medicine cabinet. We talked about antibacterial resistance last segment. DMSO may be a great way to protect yourself from antibacterial resistance. It turns out that DMSO can prevent the formation of bacterial resistance. That's according to a study that was published in the journal Alternative and Complementary Therapies back in 1996. Does that help you, my man?
Yeah, it does. But if I could switch it up just for a second, if you could talk about warfarin. My dad's hooked on it. I'm trying to get him off. I've been recommending him nattokinase and serrapeptase.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal with warfarin. By the time they give you warfarin's a blood thinner, also known as Coumadin. By the time you get a drug that's a blood thinning drug, your body is in grave distress. Now, warfarin and Coumadin are awful drugs. They're among the top 10 worst drugs you could ever use, right up there with methotrexate and with prednisone. It's in the top 5 probably of the nastiest drugs you could ever use. But by the time somebody is being put on Coumadin or warfarin or any blood thinner, they've got some serious bodily distress, and you can't just stop taking your Coumadin or warfarin. It's basically the price we pay, the penalty we pay for abusing our body for a long period of time. The blood clots when it's under duress. This is so important, you guys, because blood clotting is a very serious issue that affects millions and millions of Americans, and this is why blood-thinning drugs are among the best-selling drugs in America. Because everybody, it seems like anyway, has blood clotting problems. Why? Because the crap that's getting into our blood, because of the lack of oxygen, and because of the general stress that we're all under, including psychological stresses. So if you have a situation where you need to be on warfarin or Coumadin, you got a body and a blood system that's been it's in distress, a body that's been in distress probably for many years. So you can't just stop your warfarin and stop your Coumadin. Yes, nattokinase and digestive enzymes, and for that matter, essential fatty acids and vitamin E and water are great blood thinners, but they don't have the same potency as a prescription drug. So if you do need a blood thinner, you need a blood thinner. However, what you should be doing, in my opinion anyway, is focusing on why is the blood clotting inappropriately. You're always going to find, number one, some kind of bodily distress. That means something that's getting into the blood inappropriately, or some kind of psychological or emotional stress, or it could be lack of oxygen. All of those will cause the blood to become sticky and sludgy, and that can result in all kinds of problems, including hypertension and, God forbid, strokes and heart disease, etc., etc. So you can't just stop your warfarin, but what you want to do is focus on why your blood is clotting inappropriately, fix fix the circulatory system at that level, and then start to wean, in my opinion anyway, start to wean yourself off of the Coumadin or warfarin. I hope that helps you, Philip, because I got to move on, buddy. Got a bunch of folks I want to get to. Is that okay, Philip? Anything else?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Have a beautiful day. Looks like we got another Philip in Texas, or we got a typo on my call screen. Another Philip in Texas. Is that you?
This is me.
Okay. Second Philip in Texas. What's going on? Philip 2? How you doing?
I'm good. Well, now I am.
Okay.
Listen, I was diagnosed, through my blood, hypertension, high cholesterol, thyroidism.
Are you diabetic?
And the biggest one is that I'm diabetic.
Well, they all go hand in hand. They all go hand in hand. That's not the biggest one. That's the only one as far as treatment goes, okay? Now, hypertension's a problem. Well, I'll tell you how you deal with that. And the blood lipids, the cholesterol, the blood fats, they can be a problem too. But as soon as you get your sugar under control, you're going to go a long way towards improving all of the other symptoms. So, number one, we got to get that sugar under control. Diabetes is a voluntary health issue. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's voluntary. You got to choose it. Now, I'm talking type 2 diabetes. That's diabetes that's associated with excessive secretion of insulin over the course of years. So it's a food disease, it's a voluntary disease, it's a choice disease, which is good news because it means we can control it, we can change it, we can modify it, we can reverse it without a doctor, without the medical model, without prescription drugs. No prescription drugs are good, but among the most tragic are the metformins, the glucophages, and the actoses, and the kind of drugs they give you for controlling diabetes because we don't need them. We can do it ourselves and quickly. Diabetes is the third leading cause of death in this country after heart disease and cancer, and it's the easiest thing to reverse. It's way easier to reverse than heart disease and cancer. You can reverse it in one day. Begin to reverse it, that is, in one day. How? By controlling your intake of fast-burning carbohydrates. Fasting alone will make a big difference. If you don't want to fast, just up your intake of protein, drop your intake of the bread and the pasta and the rice and the potatoes and the grains and the cereal. And the Raisin Bran. I cannot believe I saw a commercial for Raisin Bran where they tried to tell you how heart healthy your Raisin Bran was. It's not heart healthy. No sugar is heart healthy. And grains and raisins and sugars of all kinds are going to make your blood sugar system run amok and induce diabetes. So reversing diabetes is easy. Get yourself off of those kinds of fast-burning sugars. And then there's nutritional supplements that you could use, Phil. Hang tight and we'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Brightside on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, veterinarian and naturopathic physician. The Dead Doctors Don't Lie guy with an important message. Take charge of your health. Do not continue to blindly follow the system that has failed us all. I appreciate GCN listeners because you're open-minded and intelligent. If our system is so great, why is it that the United States, the USA, ranks nearly 60th worldwide in longevity and number 1 in obesity? All the while we spend more money than all the other countries combined annually on unnecessary health care procedures and toxic drugs. It doesn't take much to get on track. Not with the government or pharmaceutical companies, but rather you in control of your own health with a basic understanding of nutrition and supplementation. FDI Longevity has the finest quality health, sports, and energy supplements available. GCN listeners are invited to join our team of people who want to stay healthy well into old age. We are currently looking for specialists to represent FDI Longevity and Save America. To buy products at wholesale prices or join our business team, go to GCNteam.com. That's GCNteam.com. Support GCN. Get healthy.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
It's time to get your green on with the great green sale from Freeze Dry Guy. Now through St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, cases of delicious freeze-dried vegetables, green beans, and green peas are now on sale at veteran-owned freezedryguy.com. You don't need to be Irish to feel like you have pots of gold with a healthy supply of these delicious, nutritious green vegetables. They're perfect for your emergency preparedness needs or outdoor activities from camping to RV travel. Green beans and green peas, easy to prepare, easy to enjoy, and now easier than ever to buy. How about some greenbacks in your wallet or purse just for ordering? Act now, and Freeze Dry Guy will give you $25 in survival bucks for every case you purchase by St. Patty's Day. So get your green on now, veggie lovers. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GC.
Welcome back to the Brightside. Philip in Texas. We're talking diabetes and hypertension and cholesterol. They're all one big package. Hypertension, elevated cholesterol, elevated lipids, diabetes, weight gain, all of it. It all comes together with changes in blood sugar and changes in insulin, which, as you know, if you've listened to this program, that's the second point on our triangle of disease. So, first of all, focus on the foods you're eating. Diabetes is a food issue and all of its associated symptomology, including hypertension and cholesterol and weight gain. Food issue. More protein, less fast-burning carbohydrates, and that includes fruits and fruit juices. That's the simplest thing we can do. Get yourself on the One World Way. Go on the Internet, look up One World Way. Do it today. Start using 60 to 90 grams a day or even more, and start to wean yourself off the carbs, the fast-burning carbs. You still need your vegetable carbs, but your fast-burning carbohydrates like fruit juices and desserts and grains and refined processed flours, all of those are verboten on a diabetes diet. But the good news is you're going to notice results within 1 or 2 days once you start to wean yourself off of those kinds of foods and up your protein intake. Then there's tremendous, and I mean tremendous, micronutrients that you can use for diabetes. The B vitamins are a must-have. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine, one of the best things about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and a lot of great things about the BTT, but one of the best features is its high concentrations of B complex vitamins, especially B1 and B3, which are your main sugar metabolizing B vitamins, thiamine and niacin. In fact, you might just want to get yourself a timed release niacin and take 100 to 200 milligrams of that a day. That'll make a huge difference, just that, in addition to your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. The Sweeties from Youngevity has the chromium vanadium. Both of those are very important for helping control blood sugar. There's a nutrient called alpha lipoic acid. I'm going to do a blog post on that if I haven't already. I think I might have already done one on alpha lipoic acid. Great for blood sugar. Use about 400 milligrams of that a day. The Osteomag is great. Magnesium is super important for helping your body process sugars. Maybe 1,000 milligrams of magnesium a day. Choline, which is a B vitamin-like substance, that can help. Taurine, the amino acid taurine, that can help. The amino acid arginine, that can also help. These are all wonderful strategies that you can use without drugs, without doctors, to help lower and stabilize your blood sugar, and your hypertension and your blood fat should stabilize as well. Philip, I got to move on. I hope I covered that. I covered enough information for you. Is that okay?
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Have a beautiful day. All right, Jess in Michigan. What's up? Jess, going once. Jess? Okay. Jess? Hi, Jess.
Hey, there you are. All right. I am a regular listener. I love your show.
Thank you.
Okay. I am also a longevity distributor.
Okay.
I think I have a longevity client listening right now.
Okay.
And she has lupus.
Okay, a lot of folks have lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disease, as I'm sure you know. It involves the connective tissue. We spent a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago or so, talking about the connective tissue. Connective tissue disease, autoimmune disease of the connective tissue goes by different names. Systemic lupus erythematosus, that's what lupus really is called. And lupus is just a standard autoimmune disease. Actually, it's a bunch of autoimmune diseases that they are given that moniker of lupus. So you want to do exactly what you do for all autoimmune diseases. And I'm talking multiple sclerosis. I'm talking type 1 diabetes. I'm talking ankylosing spondylitis or arthritis or whatever your flavor of autoimmune diseases, ALS, whatever it is, including lupus. Focus on the digestive system. You guys, I know I must sound like a broken record, but this is where the immune system becomes activated. This is where the offending agents enter into the body. They don't enter into the body through magical pixie dust. They don't enter into the body through little elves that shoot immune triggers into your body. They enter into the body. The only way anything can enter into your body that's not intravenous and that's not being breathed in. The only way anything can enter into the body, or the main way, is through the digestive system. And given the fact that 80% or more of your immune system is your digestive system, it makes perfect sense that if you have any kind of a defensive problem, that's what an immune problem is, including autoimmunity, you got a food and digestive problem. So easy to reverse without drugs. Why do you think the doctors give you prednisone for lupus or for autoimmune disease? What is the main treatment for an autoimmune disease? An immune suppressant. Something that shuts down the immune system. Now, leaving aside the utter intellectual bankruptcy, pure stupidity of shutting down the immune system, let's just use common sense here. If your doctor is giving you a drug that shuts down the immune system, what does that tell you the problem is being caused by? A hyperactive immune system. That means we got to calm the immune system down. We got to figure out why is the immune system hyperactive, and that means foods and something that is causing a breach in the integrity of the intestinal barrier, leaky gut syndrome, so-called, or intestinal permeability syndrome. So number one, focus on problem foods and eliminate those foods. You'll know that you have a problem food by your symptoms, by gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, loose stool, heartburn. Any foods that cause those digestive symptoms need to be eliminated. And then the second thing you want to do is start to strengthen the digestive tract and the immune system. Probiotics are a must-have for lupus. Get on the Biolumin Nightly Essence today. Everybody should be on that drug, but especially if you have an autoimmune problem. Digestive enzymes can also be helpful. The Ultimate Enzymes have anti-inflammatory properties, and they'll also support digestive health and wellness. The Z-Radicals, same deal. It'll coat and soothe the digestive system. It'll help stimulate repair of the digestive tract, and it also has wonderful immune strengthening properties. The Z-Radical, that is. So get on the Z-Radical too. Make sure you're using the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Not only will you get the vitamin C in a liquid format and the B complex in a liquid format and minerals in a liquid format, but because it's liquid, it'll bypass any kind of digestive health issues that you may have, and you'll get the benefits of the nutrients without overloading the digestive tract. So focus number one on digestive health and wellness, eliminate problem foods, use immune boosting nutrients that also support digestive wellness, things like the Z-Radical and the Ultimate Enzymes and the Biolumin Nightly Essence and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And like with our friend Philip in Texas, you can reverse autoimmune diseases almost immediately. That is, begin to reverse autoimmune diseases almost immediately. In fact, just have your friend stop eating for 2 days. Just fast for 2 days. Do a liquid fast for 2 days if they can, and they'll notice that their immune symptoms and inflammatory systems will improve. I hope that helps, ma'am, and I hope that helps your friend. Anything else you got for us, Jess?
Not right now, but
call us whenever you want. That's a ton of info that should make a big difference for you guys, okay? All right, I'll let you go, Jess. Thanks so much for your kind words, too. I appreciate that. All right, Brian in New Hampshire, welcome to the Brightside. Got about 2 minutes. What's going on?
I'll make it quick.
Okay.
First thing, adrenal fatigue.
Okay.
Is that a real thing?
Oh yeah, it definitely is. The adrenal glands are doing lots and lots of work. They're two tiny little glands that sit on top of the kidney, maybe the size of half an almond or so. Really, really tiny little structures, but they do a lot of work. They make hormones, basically stress hormones as well as sex hormones. And when I say sex hormones, I don't mean just for sex. I mean for growth, for reproduction, for repair, for anti-aging. So even though we call estrogen and testosterone and progesterone and DHEA and pregnenolone sex hormones, what they really are is growth and repair hormones. They're being made out of the adrenal glands. But so is cortisol, and so is adrenaline. That's where the name adrenaline comes from. So if you're under a lot of stress, you're going to find that, number one, you're not growing and repairing and anti-aging as effectively, and number two, you're feeling pooped a lot. You're feeling tired a lot. So here's what you do for adrenal fatigue. And by the way, you can tell you have adrenal fatigue issues if you have insomnia, if you just feel tired but you can't fall asleep, if you wake up in the morning tired. One of the classic signs of adrenal fatigue is something called postural hypotension, which means you change your posture and your blood pressure drops. You feel dizzy or woozy when you get up from a sitting position into a standing position, or if you're bending down and you stand up quickly, you feel dizzy, or if you're exercising, you feel dizzy or woozy. All of these can be signs of adrenal fatigue. Salt cravings can also be a sign of adrenal fatigue. Number one, for adrenal fatigue issues, first thing, make sure you're practicing your deep breathing. Just that alone can make a huge difference. Slow deep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, and then focus on making sure that breath or the oxygen is going all the way down into the lower part of your belly. In fact, when I do my deep breathing, I picture my breath going down to my feet, to the soles of my feet. I picture my entire body being a lung, and I'm breathing with my entire body, and that's a great visual that you can use as you're doing your deep breathing techniques that can improve oxygenation. Get on some Celtic sea salt. That can be wonderful for dealing with adrenal fatigue. Vitamin C and the B complex, especially vitamin B12, super important for the adrenal glands. Use the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Zinc 50 milligrams a day is also important for the adrenal glands, and of course focusing on digestive health and wellness is also important, and blood sugar control is also important too. So much more to talk about, but that's all the time we have for today on The Bright Side. Check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, and please click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com and join me in my mission to educate the world about the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. We will talk to you all later. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye for now.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests, David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalists Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day. Unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.